Hey guys, hello world. You guys may have noticed that I haven't really recorded a video in a while. I haven't really posted any videos in a while. This is mainly because I've been trying to record the audio for this video, and it's like my fourth attempt trying to record the audio for this video, because every time I try to record the audio, something always goes wrong. So yeah, this is my fourth attempt, and hopefully I can get the video out today. So this video is going to be part one of a multiple part series that my friend gave me the idea for, and it's going to be called Wizdom. Now, what Wizdom is just wisdom, but with Z, because Wiz, and it's just gonna be me letting you guys know some things that I know that you guys may not know. So I'll just say a few random tips here and there, and that'll be the video. That's wisdom for you. And all right, so I guess let's start. The first thing I wanted to cover on wisdom, the very first thing I will ever cover on wisdom, is you can't ignore someone that has already ignored. I will put this on screen now and you can see it. And just know that if someone has ignored you, you cannot ignore them. For some reason, just won't let you. Next up on the list, we have if you ignore enough people, when you open your ignore list, your game will freeze for a bit. Again, I will put this on screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about, but I have like a lot of people ignored, like in the thousands, so that's why my game like almost freezes every time I try to open my ignored list. Next up, we have blades will affect each hit of an overtime, but traps will only trigger when the overtime ticks, otherwise known as traps will only affect one hit out of a 4-hit overtime. A 4-hit overtime being the initial hit on top of the over 3 rounds hit. So again, blades will affect all 4 hits, the initial and over 3 rounds, but traps will only affect the tick of the overtime. A tick being either the initial hit or one of the 3 rounds. So I recommend using a lot of blades with overtimes, but I would not recommend using traps for overtimes unless you're using an overtime that the initial hit has a good chunk of damage, like Fire Dragon or Deer Knight. A lot of those hits have a good chunk of their damage in the initial hit, so it's fine if you trap those hits. But hits like Frostbite and Wings of Fate have like almost no damage in the initial hit, so you really shouldn't trap into an overtime like Frostbite or Wings of Fate. It's just not a good idea. It's better to save those traps for bigger hits that have just single hits. Next up on the list, you can get banned if you share accounts. So if you live in a country and your friend lives in another country and you guys use the same account, Kings Out somehow finds out that you guys are using the same account, just know they will ban you as soon as they figure out that you guys are using the same account. So be careful and just try not to get banned for a dumb reason like sharing accounts. Next up, if you find an exploit, don't abuse it because again, Wiz will ban you. Wiz is not scared to ban its players. So just like sharing accounts can get you banned, finding an exploit and exploiting it can also get you banned. So just please don't abuse exploits. If you don't know what an exploit is, I'll give you 2 examples. One, there was a discount exploit where if you made enough accounts, you would eventually get 50% discount on crowns. People made like a ton of accounts, got a ton of 50% discounts, and got a ton of crowns on their main accounts. And people that were found out using this exploit got banned. There was also a gold exploit where you could press X on a golden barrel and it would just give you infinite money. And people that clicked this barrel like 1,000 times or more got banned. Everyone else got a warning or got banned for a few weeks. Next up on the list, this is no surprise to old players, but may come to surprise for the very new players. Wiz is pay to win. Let's just be honest. It has become pay to win, especially for PvP with all the Maycast wands, all of the Maycast jewels, which you need to pay real money for. You can't get it in game, along with a lot of pay to win gear that you need for PvP. Next up on the list, if you team up for a key boss and you're the one that started the team up, you will notice it fills up quickly. This is because wizards live by, if you started the key boss queue, it's your job to actually use your key, which really annoys me, since people will literally camp key bosses, team ups, just because they don't want to use their keys. Yes, I'm very triggered. To give you an example, let's say I'm going to farm for the Dragoon amulet, but you can't get the Dragoon amulet, I'm pretty sure. The Vanguard amulet. Let's say I'm farming for the Vanguard amulet in the drains. There's a key boss, Fellspawn, that gives the Vanguard amulet. If I farm this Fellspawn boss 20 times in one day, and let's say the first 10 times, I get a very good team. And they share their keys amongst each other, and every time we fight Fellspawn, we just share our keys. That way, no one person has to use all their keys. And then let's say my team leaves, and then I have to team up or fell spawn, and I get 10 runs with team up teams. Now every time, because I started the team up, everyone's gonna join super quickly. People will literally camp it, and as soon as we get into the fell spawn boss fight, it's gonna be like, oh, who started it? Whoever started it, that's their job to put the key. Even if you put the key like 5 times in a row, they're still gonna be like, oh, you started it, so you have to use your key. Even if it's the exact same team 5 times. Those are like the asshole players that I honestly don't like. I don't know why people make it a rule and why people play like that, but hey, it's beyond me. Moving on. If your friend has a multiple person mount, it will allow you to hop on their multiple person mount, and you guys can just ride around together, and the driver can drive, and the one of the passengers, you can just hang out and chill. Also, really cool. I don't know if you would call it Easter egg, what you would call it, but I actually noticed while I was messing around and recording that if you left click in the middle of the screen and you drag your mouse all the way up while you're in the creepy clown car, whatever this vehicle is called, you will see your character driving the creepy clown car. But for whatever reason, you won't see your friends inside of the vehicle with you. It's kind of just noticed. Just wanted to share with you guys. I don't know why it's like that. But hopefully in the future, who knows, Kings Out might add everyone inside the car. They might see this video and be like, oh yeah, we gotta fix that. It also holds a spot for your fellow wizard in a fight. If you ever join the fight and you saw like a little hat on like the 4v4 circle thing, that little hat means that someone in the fight is in a group and their group member hasn't joined the fight yet. And that hat will hold a place for that wizard until they join. So I don't know if it holds a spot for every round, just the first round or the first few rounds, but that hat means that the game is holding that spot for someone in someone's group that's in that fight. Lastly for today, KingsOut got bought by another company. Now, most of you may know this, but just in case you don't know this, KingsOut got bought by another company, and there's a lot of rumors of what the future of KingsOut is, and Wiz and Pirate 101. For Wiz might come to mobile, and Wiz might expand to other countries, and for Pirate 101, it might get regularly updates. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching the video to the end. If you did watch at the end, I greatly appreciate it. Let me know down in the comments how you felt about the video, how your day is going, anything at all you want to share with me, please leave it in the comments as long as it's appropriate. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay safe during COVID, and hello world out.